Hello, friends. Welcome to the first official live episode of the Nerdy Stoner podcast with me, your host, Dexter, your favorite huggable, lovable stoner, aka the Weedy Weed of the East, aka Smokey D. Sploofy, aka the Puffin Man. And I am joined today by a very, very, very special friend of mine, Miss Blaire Caplan. She is amazing. She has been doing some great things in the cannabis space. She has a business all her own. She's a Reiki practitioner. She's just an amazing woman who does it all. But I will let her talk more about her awesome self. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you very, very much. Hi, hello, listeners. I'm Blaire, based out of Baltimore, Maryland. I am the founder and leader of Lone Wolf District. I am a Usui Reiki master. I am a contemporary shaman. I'm a tarot reader. I'm a certified event leader, certified life designer. I do what I can to help people heal. That's my job.
And that she does. How are you doing today, my friend?
I am doing well. My humanity is showing a little bit today. I am just hurting. My body is hurting. But I still wanted to show up. So we're showing up in the way that we can, and we're doing our best, and our best is enough. So that's how
That
I am.
is exactly. Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad that you are here to be my very first guest. She's actually one of the first people I told about wanting to do the podcast. And then she said it was a good idea, I was like, all right, bet you're going to be my first live guest. And here we are today, like a year and some change later.
Divine timing.
There we go, divine timing. And I see you have Thor's hammer hanging up in the background. Nice.
I do, yes. It was actually a Christmas gift from one of my clients. She sent that to me as a reminder to continue to break glass ceilings. So I hung it up, so every time I'm on my computer, I can see it behind me as a little reminder.
Nice. I like that. I like that. So, do you have any events coming up right now?
Shoo. Well, this weekend is actually the first weekend in 12 weeks where I don't have an event to work.
I
So,
told y'all she's a hardworking lady.
I am actually. So thank you. So I have a pre 420 Reiki event coming up at Rise in Silver Spring. I'll be doing a Reiki session for them in store. I'm actually going out to Pennsylvania to facilitate a self-love workshop for a bunch of high schoolers later this month. But I don't
Awesome.
know if I will actually be facilitating an event this month, given all of the pop-ups for the high holiday and traveling to Pennsylvania. So all of that to say, I couldn't tell you when the next event is, but it'll happen.
Nice, nice. Well, I hope that I can make this one because the last one I attended, the brunch, it was awesome. There was a live jazz. Y'all, it was classy as fuck.
We try to do things a little different, that's why we got the event leadership certification. We want to up level things a little bit.
Exactly, exactly. All right, my friend. So, this next question is one that I plan on asking pretty much everybody that comes on here. What is your stoner origin story like? When was the first time you consumed? What was it like? Who was it
Mhm.
with? Just, you know, what led to Blaire becoming Blaire?
What led to you smoking 3 ounces in a week? It's it's interesting. I have not shared this story. I think I've been asked my cannabis origin story once before. On the very first podcast I was ever on, actually, with Keisha from
Oh
Explore
shit.
Maryland Cannabis. Yep.
Nice.
And I have not shared that story since, so I'm excited. I've been consuming cannabis since I was 13 years old. I'm 29 now, so for more than half of my life. That's wild. Um, and it started with my high school basketball friends. So I played basketball for over a decade before I got hurt, ended up reffing and coaching and doing everything you could with a basketball after that. But my freshman year of high school, there was a senior that went to my high school, a senior that went to a rival high school, but they were best friends. And one of them was really like an older sister to me. And so one day after basketball practice, we went over to this other woman's house and we went to a playground and they rolled me a blunt and they were like, here, try this. I'm like, okay. And at that point, like I knew what weed was. I was curious about it already. So, you know, there was no peer pressure involved. I happily consumed. And that was how that was how it started, was with these two older women. I was a freshman, they were seniors, and they just kind of welcomed me into their friend group, and their friend group smoked a lot of weed. So that's how I started. I started with a blunt. I love the blunt. I still smoke blunts, and I would prefer smoking a blunt over consuming in any other way. And I think that's because I was introduced to cannabis in that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like usually the first way you're introduced to it is it can be like how you stick with it, or even if you don't stick with it, it's like a nostalgia thing. Like, yeah, this takes me back. This brings back memories.
Yeah.
But that's cool though. They took you under their wing. They're like, don't worry, we're gonna help you out.
Yeah. And you know what's hilarious? I don't think either of them still smoke. And here I am making a career in the cannabis community. So, like, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Look at that. How do you think they would react if they saw you now?
That's a fantastic question. Um, I think they would be amazed. Ooh, I want to tear up. I think they would be amazed at the person that I became, because when I met both of them, it was like a year after my brother was killed. So, like, super traumatic teenage angst, I hate everyone, kill the world type of, like, I was just in a very deep, dark place when they met me. And so I think now, you know, all those years later, I think they'd be pretty fucking proud of who I became.
Nice. I think so too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your origin story with me, my friend. Um, and since we're on the subject of, well, this whole thing is about cannabis, but do you have any particular favorite strains that you like?
Ooh.
I
You
know it's a
know,
big question.
I know, and I feel like I should, at this point in my cannabis journey, I feel like I should, like, just have a running list in my phone of shit I like and shit I don't. But it's always an adventure every time I go to a dispensary.
I
Um,
feel you. I'm the same way. Like, if I see something that I've had before, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get it. But usually I'm trying to get something new.
mhm. I would say these last couple weeks, at least, I've really enjoyed Dark Rainbow by SunMed. SunMed has stepped
Ooh,
up their game in the last several years.
right?
I was able to actually go to their grow after working with them on an event, a high healing brunch late last year. And
Nice.
I enjoy the texture, the feel, the way it breaks down. I'm taking SunMed these days. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, no, I feel you. Froze, Dark Rainbow, they've
Hmm.
made some really good stuff. And their concentrates that they've been coming out with have been top notch.
Yeah, they're doing good stuff over there.
Nice. All right, my friend. Now let us get into your character that we are seshing with today. So,
Okay,
who are we choosing?
I I've been thinking about this all week. I still don't know if the answer I have is even appropriate, because I don't. When you were like, the metaverse is yours, I'm like, that's really overwhelming. There's too many characters in the metaverse. So first I went to, like, I don't know why, but like Katara from The Last Airbender. I'm like, I feel
Oh,
like
that's a
she'd be
good one.
pretty fun to smoke with, right? But then I was like,
Yeah.
but there's so many other people. And so I went to, like, Logan, like the Wolverine. I'm like, you know what? Like, he would have a lot of trauma to talk about. We would have a good conversation. Like, let me help heal this man for a little bit. Um,
That might take a while.
yeah, it
I
would.
hope you're ready for that. I
You
hope you're
know,
ready.
I've been training for a while. I'd like to think I'm as prepared as I can be.
You know what? You know what? This is what you've been training for, to heal Logan.
This is what I've been training my whole life for. But then I didn't even stop there, because it still was like, there's so many other people, other characters, other beings that I could sesh with. So my final answer is, I would smoke with anybody that would want to smoke with me. And I'm gonna just go up to the metaverse and build myself a little table and bring a whole bunch of fucking chairs, and anybody that wants to take a seat and smoke is welcome.
Okay.
And I think I not I think I stand by that answer, because that is like true Blaire fashion. Like that's the whole reason behind Lone Wolf District is, I didn't feel like I had a place to sit at other people's tables, so I built my own and I invited the world to sit with me. And so, yeah, I would sesh with anyone that chose to sit at my table in the metaverse.
Okay. Well, since you mentioned Logan, let's go with him
Let's
for
run
right
with
now.
them.
Ooh, let's just run with him. I feel like it's meant to be.
Okay.
Nice. So you said you want to help him heal all of his centuries of trauma.
Look, man, my man has been through it, okay? And I just feel like he doesn't always get the respect that he deserves. I feel like he is not given the love that he has needed his whole life. I don't know what's up with his parents. I don't know too much about his origin story to talk about his parents like that, but I just feel like he's missing a little bit of love in his life. And I feel like I could give some of that love to him in our session.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah, just consider even everything that we've seen him go through in the movies. Like this man survived explosions, impalements.
Love, he has survived heartbreak. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, just internally and externally, just been through some shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think he would be a fascinating character, like to hang out with behind the scenes. Like you see how like tough and rugged and strong and invincible as he is, but I want to see like what's beneath that, you know?
Okay. What do you think you guys would do while you're session? Or I guess first things first, where would you want to?
I feel like he would want to be like in the woods somewhere. Just some random ass forest, like
Just away from people, away from
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I get that. I get that. He could use the seclusion, the solitude.
Yeah, we all need a little solitude sometimes. So I see us somewhere in a forest, just hanging out with the trees. I don't know if he's like cutting down some flowers for me or something with his little with
Snink,
his
snink.
wrist.
Popping those claws to get you some daisies.
Look,
Aw,
you
that's
do what you got
that's
to do.
sweet. That's sweet. And you know what? That's how he says thank you for you helping him.
It's an even exchange.
I picked you some flowers. Growl.
Thank you.
All right. So you're in the woods, your session, you're talking to Logan, you're helping him heal and everything. I feel like you could also like get some good stories out of him too from like all of his adventures and everything that he's done because he's a man who's lived many lives.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't fit this man into a 3-hour movie. Like, he has so many stories. I feel like this would be a 12-hour sesh. I'd need to pick up an ounce of weed before I showed up, and we would just sit there and smoke, and I would just listen to this man speak. He has so much to share.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true. And then he could dish you all the stories about the different X-Men too.
I'm sure he has some stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. What do you think you would want to smoke with him if you could like choose a strain or something?
I didn't think about that. That's a good
Throwing you some
question.
curveballs in here.
I know, I'm here for it. Do you have any suggestions? Because right now my mind is blank with the 1,800 different strains we have in this market.
Honestly, since he's so stressed out, I feel like anything with like a good amount of caryophyllene, especially since he likes to smoke cigars and shit, like
True.
he needs something to kind of get that smoky taste. I feel like that would help him out, help him kind of switch over. Although I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of drugs in his life.
When you live a life like that, how could you not? I'm
Right?
not here to judge. I'm not here to judge.
And he knows that he can't die, so oh my, how many do you think he's taken at once?
All of them. If I'm like, I can't die, I'm going to fuck around and take all of them just to see what happens.
Yeah, just to see what happens.
The whole lovingly fuck around and find out.
and he has found out many, many a times.
Many
You know what?
times.
It would be like that scene, and this is the end where it's like, let's do all the drugs.
Yeah. I'm sure that's how he like started. Maybe that's part of his origin story.
Yeah. Oh my God, could you imagine him in like the 70s at like a like Woodstock or something? He's just actually now I'm
Mm,
just picturing hippie Wolverine. Hippie Hugh
yeah,
Jackman Wolverine.
with the flower
Exactly.
headband. Yep.
Yep. Everything.
Got
Nice long hair.
got the vest with the chest out, like the what are they called? The bell bottoms.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Nice. Nice. All right. Um Damn, I feel like I should have planned better for this. We've only been at this for 15 minutes.
That's okay. It's been a wonderful conversation for 15 minutes.
That's very
That just
true.
means we're efficient, we're effective.
That's very true. That's very true. And with this being the first one, I'm sure there will be, other opportunities to make things better. But I appreciate you being on here with me, my friend. Um, yeah, I won't hold up too much more of your Saturday morning. If you would like to plug your socials and everything, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you and I'm so proud of you and excited for you. And
Oh,
I know you gonna take it right now. Just receive the love, my friend. I'm
you
so
would do this
excited.
while we're still recording too.
Look, I gotta give you your flowers, right? I'm proud of
Yes,
you, man. This is
I appreciate
beautiful.
it.
I can't wait to see where this takes you. And I am just so eternally grateful that I get to be your first guest. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I can't wait for us to hang out again in real life, be able to session person. Um, oh, I don't know if you saw, but Terrell announced another cooking competition. That's right, y'all. I'm going to be in a cooking competition this
Hell
May,
yeah.
May 21st.
Hell yeah.
MJ Connect is hosting a CBD infused cook off. He hosted another one last year. My dish came in third place, but I'm going for number one this year. So yeah, be on the lookout for those tickets. You can follow him at the underscore MJ Connect on Instagram, and he'll have his link tree to all that good stuff. But yes,
Hell yeah.
my friend, thank you for being on here. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you again. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. If anyone wants to follow along in my own healing journey, my own origin story,
Oh yes,
my business.
sorry.
No, you're perfect, man. My business account is Lone Wolf District, Lone Wolf District. And my personal account is Becoming Blaire because I become Blaire more and more each day.
There you go. All right. Take care, my friend.